Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Monday, May 23rd, and we got some pretty nice warm weather on the way. We're going to have some showers and thunderstorms here later this week, the heat and humidity kind of coming in, and that's going to allow for some pretty good growing degree day accumulations. You can see yesterday we had nearly a cloud in the sky with bright sunshine, and Newaygo, we refer to as the MAC icebox, actually hit a high of 79.3 yesterday, and that was a full 6 degrees warmer than any of our other weather stations. So a rare warm day there as a warm air is beginning to push in from the west, and they had some southerly winds there where much of the rest of the area had a component that was not favorable. Most of the warmest air yesterday found on the western part of the state. And if we look at the next slide, you can see a webcam view from Duluth and some of the grain terminals there. Looks like a nice sunrise this morning. If we look at our normal highs, our normal high is 72, the normal low is 47. And if we look at the conditions around the MAC area, mainly low to mid 40s across the area. Again, we'll warm up quite a bit here. I think we have the next several days, it's going to be in the mid 70s to around 80 or maybe even the low 80s. Again, we'll see some thunderstorms begin to creep into the picture perhaps on the day on Tuesday. The best bet is to be quite scattered for Tuesday and Tuesday night and even into Wednesday. We could see several hours of dry weather. I think the best chance of the most concentrated storms and rain will be for Wednesday night into early Thursday, when we could see some pretty significant rain at that time. If we look at the weather map this morning, notice there's very little in the way of arrows. We got a high pressure system sitting right over top of us, and that's allowed some of the normally colder areas to drop down quite cold. You can see Bad X down to 33, and the coldest air across the eastern and northeastern portions of the state on the east side of this high or right underneath the high. And look at the temperatures. You can't quite see here, but temperatures in the mid 50s to near 60 across the western UP and much of Wisconsin. And that warm air is going to be heading this way as that high slides to the east. We'll get a nice return southerly flow, bringing some pretty warm temperatures in. And we see these warm temperatures continue right on through the next several weeks. No cold air in sight. And you can see this morning the soil conditions, temperatures in the mid 50s to around 60 at most of the depth levels of 2, 8, and 16 inches. And the surface, you can see it's quite dry. We're very, very dry across much of mid-Michigan and the northern areas. The newest weather station still acclimating to the soil conditions there at Blissfield, but over the next couple of weeks we'll see these numbers be more representative, similar to the other areas, depending on the conditions. If we look at the growing degree day accumulations across the area, you can see we're beginning to tack on some pretty good numbers now in a graphical form here over the last 20 years. You can see Breckenridge is really making a nice run, and with these warm temperatures expected over the next couple of weeks, we're going to really move up this chart here. And again, we're in great shape as far as growing degree days. Most of the areas now at 50% plant date. With the exception, maybe I haven't heard from the southeastern areas of Blissfield and Jasper, and we'll update that. Later Friday, we'll have a complete comparison on where we stand at growing degree days. You can see, again, the growing degree days by location chart here. And if we look at the comparison years, we've got one today, that's Newaygo. You can see they're ahead of 2014, almost to 2015. And again, with warm conditions expected, we're going to move above these years, so we're in good shape so far, and let's hope we can get timely moisture this summer. I think that's going to be the biggest issue we may have to deal with. On this morning's weather map, you can see high pressure across the eastern lakes will continue to bring southerly flow. Our next system will bring some scattered activity again for later in the day and tomorrow. If we put the map into motion by tomorrow, you can see that cold front starting to try to lean into the area. There's no cold air behind us. This is a pretty zonal southwest flow, so we're going to have warm conditions again until further notice. But you can see across the area maybe some scattered showers and thunderstorms will be late in the day. And then if we look on the day on Wednesday, again, this front's going to get hung up a bit, and we'll have a low pressure track along it. Again, no cold air behind us. I think our best chance of storms will come as this low gets closer for Wednesday night into Thursday. Most of the area I could see between 3/4 of an inch to 1.25 inches this week. So we'll have some appreciable rainfall for sure. The WPC, in fact, predicts about 1 to 1.5 inches across much of the area. And if we look at the next map, you can see, again, the 3 in week 4 continues the warm conditions across the Great Lakes. along with a little bit in the way of dry conditions eventually setting up here as we get in towards the middle of the month of June. Thanks for stopping by and have a great day, a great work week, and 73s to all.